Yo, finally, we are live. I've been struggling with some technical difficulties, but guess what? I think the difficulties are over now. I hope. Hey, Shay says big up, so I think it's actually good, right? Can you hear me? I hope you can hear me. Anyway, I'm going to pretend you can hear me. My name is Botswana Papi. This is the Football Power Hour. This is the stream where we talk about Ruben Amorim, expectations, hopes, and dreams. Now, yeah, it's one of those where we kind of have to separate realistic expectations, wildest dreams, and the hopes of the things that Amorim is going to bring, and the hopes that some of the things that the club is going to achieve this season as he starts his tenure today. Well, he started yesterday. He arrived yesterday, and I think today is his first official day. So big shout out to everybody in the building. Please don't forget to pay your rent. Don't forget to hit the like button, because if you don't, you are a 007 agent. If you don't know what that means, stick around. I'll explain in a second. Football Power Hour. You may like James Bond, you may like James Bond movies, but 007 agents over here, it started with this: identifying players that have 0 goals, 0 assists, and 7 consecutive games. So it's something that you don't want to be. It's something that any football player doesn't want to be, especially if you're a forward or winger or striker. You are supposed to be doing your job. So the first things first, I kindly ask you to hit the like button. So I want to also say big shout out to everybody in the building. I see Will Man United has been here saying, come 24th November, 343 system will be activated. He won't have much time to train these, but once he does, after that game, you either make it into his system or you are out the door. I love that, Will. Matter of fact, we're going to talk about that. And go through the players that you think, or that one that you think might make it, or the players that might not make it. Oh boy. Speaking of players that might make it, look at this. I got to show you guys this before we really continue with the show. I was just looking at this before the show started, and I was like, look at this guy. His market value is going up. These are the players, obviously, that also have that market value kind of fluctuating or going up or going down. They might be on the move this weekend. Like I'm talking about this guy here, Alphonso Davies, who I'm interested in having at Manchester United. Are you? Would you be opposed to having Alphonso Davies at Man United? The reason why I want Alphonso Davies is very, very simple. I think he's somebody that could add a lot to our defense, somebody that could also be instrumental in how we play. Remember, yesterday we talked about how the right wing back or left wing back position is very important to an Amorim system. Matter of fact, yesterday during the show with Faz, I was talking about this, saying, I think the first area of investment for Ineos, it shouldn't even be the strikers. I understand people want to get the goals, but the goals can come from fixing integral parts of the system. And the wing backs is monumentally paramount area to really make sure you're getting the right recruitment. Now, Alphonso Davies might be a bit of a star name, a little bit, because bear in mind, he's been playing Bayern Munich ever since he left Canada. He left Vancouver. And, but nobody can really deny the guy has pace. The guy's a modern day left back that can play left wing and ultimately and left midfield. So ultimately, he's one of those people that is that would be excellent in a wing back position. And we know we don't have reliable left backs. We don't have reliable left wingers. And, that's why for me, I wouldn't be opposed to getting this guy. Shout out to Shay. Thank you for letting us know that you got 7 people who have paid rent. And wow, 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 wow. Come on, guys, hit the like button. I already paid my rent. Shay, when I came in, Shay is checking. Shay is checking. Shay is the property manager. Is checking. Wrap up Haven. Did you pay your rent? Big up to you. There are other options as well, says Wrap Up. Okay, yeah, there are other options. Would you be interested, Wrap Up, in this player?
Oh my God! Get right here, man.
If anybody's talking about Neymar, I will like puke. Please, please. But he'll probably be on the move. He had a long-term injury just recently, and then he played like a few minutes and got injured again. And I was like, oh gosh, this guy can't catch a break. He's definitely not what we need. Maybe before he went to PSG, I would have entertained Neymar. But for me, no. What about the Paul Pogba? Mission Paul Pogba reloaded. The third coming of Pogba. How do we feel? Wrap up. He's rumored to be going to Marseille to go cook over there, and he's very, very determined to silence the critics. And we know that, Paul Pogba didn't work for a variety of reasons. Obviously, maybe he just wasn't the right player to play under Jose Mourinho. And maybe Ruben is coming in with the fresh ideas, fresh system, fresh tactics, and Paul Pogba could be somebody, that might help. I don't know. I'm undecided on this one. I am not like as convinced as say Alphonso Davies, but it's something that I was just looking at right before we started the show, and I was like, food for thought here. What about this guy? This guy is gonna be on the move to Real Madrid. I do not want to see any Scouser at Man United, so you can miss me on that one. Please, 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 please. I will say
no.
but definitely him. I would love to see him. I would love to see him eventually at Manchester United. Let me know your thoughts on this. Really, Pogba, get out of here, says Star-Lord. He does not want nothing to do with Pogba. I totally understand, broski. Big up to Joe Blackman in the building. Says, I know we forget to do it sometimes, but please remember to hit the like button. Because if you don't, All right. Let's get to the show. Let's get to the actual show. So big shout out to everybody that is pulling up. I appreciate you guys, and thank you for greeting each other as well in the chat. Says Starlo says Pogba can bounce out of here. All right. So Ruben Amorim. Let's just start there. Ruben Amorim. There's been pictures of him already at Carrington, and I just want to just start there and say, we saw Jason Wilcox, Dan Ashworth, Omar Barada over there, them talking with the big guy or the new guy in town, Ruben Amorim. So I want to just show you these pictures because they bring me so much joy. I think you would appreciate them if you're a Manchester United fan as well. Ruben, I saw the video of Ruben and his coaching staff boarding the jet from Portugal to Manchester, and now he's arrived. First of all, this brother is carrying a jacket. I don't know if he checked the weather conditions or he listened to other people, but clearly he had a different interpretation of what the weather might be like in Manchester. But big up, it's all smiles. Guy has his hand. One of them has his hands in his pockets. I think he's hiding something. But this one and this one, that relaxed. You can tell they're relaxed, especially Mr. Barada. But here we have him coming out the ride that he got from the airport. And first things first is,
oh my God!
Did Ruben take his son's jeans or something?
no.
Also, what are those? What are those shoes, man? Anybody know what these kicks are? Nah. Does Ruben know he got the job already? He dressed like he's looking for a job. Is it just me? Am I in the minority? Nah, fam. Nah. Maybe Sporting didn't pay all the money. Spray on jeans, says Stalo. Nah, we gotta talk about these jeans. You know why? You know what? I'm not trying to make a big deal out of them, but guys, everybody else, look at all the pens in Manchester. Everybody knows, all right? Your pants, your jeans, your trousers have to touch your shoes. But Ruben out here with his nephew's jeans, spray on jeans, and with a jacket. What is that in his pocket? He got. Is this a Tactics? That's a cell phone. That's a big phone. Is it a Motorola? But nah, this is what I want to talk about. Somebody please help our manager. They say you can know about tactics, but you know, it doesn't take a fashionista to know, bro. Get the slightly longer ones. Like, you know, a good thing he's wearing the same color socks. Hey. I was just looking at the phone, doctor. I was looking at the phone. I can't control where you were looking. This is your crush. Come get your crush. Come get your man. What shoes is he wearing? I wish we could see the label, but it may be one of them expensive ones that are just ugly too, you know. But you know, big up to him. He got the backpack, like old Kanye, a backpack full of tactics, and a smile on his face, with dreams and hopes to turn this Manchester United sinking ship around. Big up to him, man. You know, okay, the watch is watching. The watch is watching. He know what time it is. Doctor, I got bad news for you. Is that a ring on his finger? I got bad news. All right. At least, you know, the drip is dripping. It's just the jeans. It's just the jeans. We gotta see the label. Wink, wink. Hey man, Munch, bro. I had to look at I was like, you know, what is the pictures made me happy at first, but right now on stream I'm realizing, you know, also, but this guy also with the jeans and then the blazer. I don't know. Was he confused? Was he trying to dress smart casual? I don't know. The crush is over. I don't deal with taking man. We won. He's wearing Prada shoes, Flex said yesterday. Oh, okay. Well, that's probably why I don't know them shoes. I can't afford no Prada. Wait. One more second. Let's see if it's actually Prada. Because, you know, one thing I heard about Prada is the devil wears Prada. Hold on. Okay. That might be Prada. All right. Anyway, he got a backpack full of tactics. That's all I care about. And I hope them tactics can get implemented. So here I'm going to send the link in a second. But before I do that, these are my hopes, expectations, and dreams. We're going to all put them all in one bundle. But obviously, as the conversation flows, hopefully we can separate them, because I hope the first thing that Amorim brings is just a culture reset. You know, when you say reset to factory settings, Joe Blackman will tell you about that. When you reset to factory settings and just say everything was starting from scratch, I want a cultural reset. By that specifically, I want him to really drill into these players that, guys, we're not playing around. And I think he has set the tone a little bit with Ruud van Nistelrooy. Here is when I knew, matter of fact, yesterday, like about an hour before it was announced that Ruud was coming out, we did the show, and I called it. I was like, looking at Amorim's statements that were shared by Fabrizio, you know, he said, well, you know, they asked him, do you want to work with Ruud? He says, well, when I see Ruud, I'll explain everything. I was like, bro, it's either yes or no. When somebody tells you they'll explain everything when they see you, I'm giving you this advice for free. Just know it's not the answer that you're going to be hoping for. So I think if Rude was smart, he probably started packing his suitcase around that time when that statement came out. And but for me, it shows a ruthlessness tone that I hope he carries on onto the players. And I want that cultural reset. I want to see players less on social. This is what I want. Obviously, it probably won't happen, but I want to see players less on social media. I know Manchester United players are a brand. These, like, all these commercial deals that also happen around Manchester United players. It's the gift and the curse of being a member of this Manchester United community, right? Organization. So you are going to be a brand, but I really want that to be strictly limited and policed by Ruben Amorim's like cultural reset. That doesn't mean obviously players can't tweet no more or post no more, but it has to be like with there has to be a policy that Ruben talks about with the players, because at the end of the day, we've seen players stop their celebrations because of stuff people have said or stuff that they read online. And as I said, we need elite mentality, resilient, robust players mentally, not just physically, not just ability wise, not I'm not tactical IQ. I'm talking about just your mental strength is as important as your physical strength. So that mental strength can also be harnessed by having players that are focused, players that know that they're football players. Get me a Rodri type player, mentality wise. Rodri don't have no social media. Rodri is somebody that is just focused on his job. And I hope Ruben Amorim can bring this cultural reset that says, guys, not everybody out here going to be, I'm the one with the Prada shoes. Y'all just football players. You should be wearing football cleats, if not trainers. Period. I need that kind of energy where he's just like, I am going to be strict. These are my rules. You remember Xavi came to Barcelona and said, these are Xavi's 10 commandments. Now, Xavi is not a great example because we know his stock is low right now as a coach. But, he was trying to bring a little bit of a reset, a little bit of a clean. This is what I want from my players. And I need those 10 Ruben Amorim rules. Second thing is I want to see a smart, reliable, flexible game model. I love the fact that, he has him of tactics that he Kenny Fan TV. I'll send the link when I send the link. You know what? I'm not gonna send the link. Why are you gonna be like Riley and say send the link like I ain't seen the comment? I seen it. And I'm not sending it now. Artist says, I thought Eric Ten Hag was the reset, though. Well, Eric Ten Hag was the reset and he got ejected. So now we want a fresh reset, bro. That's all I'm asking for. But the second point, I want to make sure I don't forget, it's the reliable game model. Now, this is something obviously that I really, really, as I was saying, that I like the fact that he has a preferred formation, but game model, as I said, is a term that's thrown around by a lot of people when they're talking. It's a fashionable term, but I think in essence, for me, the way I look at it is just like it's simple. It's a plan of what he wants to teach the players within a session, and those things that he teaches the players in those training sessions should be performed on gaming day. Now, all this, obviously, that's what I believe, like his entourage will be really, really in charge of, like periodically analyzing that, implementing that, seeing how to make sure you optimize all the training sessions and make sure that they are actually helping the players. Now, Eric Ten Hag, we know that he made the players jog after they lost to Brentford, I think on his second season. And they jogged for a while. I think he jogged with them as well, but it was very difficult for fans to really understand what is his actual game model, what's our game plan, what's our style of play. All those questions kept on being asked constantly, time and time again. And obviously part of it was obviously because results weren't going his way. But I would love to see coaches that actually prioritize what and how to coach, and also while they're doing that, they make sure that they improve player growth. They improve, they develop players. We want to see some players that actually, I remember Joe once asked me in the good, bad, and ugly, he was like, well, which players has Eric Ten Hag improved? I scratched my head and it was very difficult to just say, like, oh, these 5 players. But I want to be able to, after like 12 months, say, look at this player before Amorim, look at this player after Amorim. And it's all been an upward trajectory, you know? The part of the game model also means that they have to make sure that the coaches look at the player weaknesses, players' needs, players' strengths and weaknesses, and make sure that you are actually minimizing the weaknesses. At the end of the day, the most important thing is making sure that you assemble your team in a way that the strengths are maximized. That's very, very simple on paper. It's very simple to talk about, but this is another area where I thought the previous guy failed at, because he had a clear plan of what he thought he wanted, but he didn't really do a thorough analysis on each player and what they can and actually cannot do. It was surprising. Like sometimes we saw Harry Maguire really trying to be the Ten Hag center back, but deep down we all know that Harry Maguire was kind of struggling, but he was trying his best. So that's one of the things that I want to see, like as part of the smart, reliable, and flexible game model being implemented, like a thorough analysis of your players and a deep understanding of what you're trying to do and what the players are capable of. And once you can find that balance, we'll be cooking. Third thing, right? Fourth thing, I would like to see. I told you you couldn't go a week without saying that name. Nah.
Get right here, man.
Hey, man, UK Fan TV, get out of here as well. All right, let's stay on track. Fourth thing that I want to see as from Ruben Amorim is just some great press conferences. I want to see him just like explain, every manager has a different personality. Every manager has a different uh, style of press conference. We remember Louis van Gaal's press conferences. We remember Jose Mourinho box office press conferences, but you never really always get the ultimate truth. He was very coy with his answers, sometimes very calculated with his answers, and sometimes it'll be mind games galore. So at the end of the day, I want good press conference. The manager post Sir Alex Ferguson that I really enjoyed his press conferences was actually Ralph Rangnick, because Ralph Rangnick had this thing where he was just like, bro, I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm going to tell you how it is. I don't care if you like it. I don't care if my employers like it or don't like it. This is what it is going on. That, for me, can be a strength. It can be a major strength of a coach if you can actually give those press conferences that are honest and thorough and actually, transparent. You become a fan favorite. You become the bridge between the owners and the fans, and you actually can bring them together and close that gap. So Ruben Amorim has an opportunity right now to heal a lot of trauma that Manchester United fans around the world have been experiencing. And that is what I want to see, him building that strong connection with the fans. That's my fourth. My fifth one, if you think Ruben will tell you anything in the presser, you're in for a surprise. Really? Is he like, really? Come on. Big shout out to, okay, Mr. Organization. Shout out to you. Thank you for second Ten Hag. He's doing great work with us. Wait, what do you mean with us? Where are you? Who do you support? First of all, you're a new member of the community. I want to welcome you and your organization. I just seen your picture right now. Oh boy. Hey, shout out to you, fam. Hope that you're having a good Tuesday. And if you can, please change your name. I'm gonna call you Mr. Organization. How about that? Let's just leave it at that. All right. Amorim has good charisma and good honesty. That is what I want. Is that too much to ask for? Charisma and honesty, and charisma just comes by just being yourself. And I think from the few minutes I've heard him speak English while he was still in Sporting, I think the guy has good charm and charisma. Well, you're going to hear Dr. NHS say something else that's different after Ruben speaks. Louis van Gaal press conferences were very comedic, says Will. That is true. That is true. Jose Mourinho was also explosive. Louis van Gaal comedic. Moyes, they were stale. Moyes was really stale. Ole felt like, I'm my bro is talking to me. That's the vibe that I got from Ole. It was just like, until towards the end. At the end, it was just, you could tell like Ole was had a difficult time hiding his emotions, But Eric Ten Hag started off good, and then they were like, bro, we watched the same game? What are you smoking? What are you drinking? That's sometimes things that I'll be thinking, but obviously I still believed in the longevity of the project. So that's why I stood by Ten Hag's side. But so hopefully Amorim brings something different. Do you want a job? Ten Hag recommended you as his lawyer, says
Get out of here, man.
Hit the like button and get out of here. You, Mr. Organization and Kenny Fan TV, you are not invited. Press conferences is PR. The truth is all roads lead to the dugout. Thanks. But I hope you understood my point about being the liaison, being the bridge between the fans and the owners. You can actually make other people that had been falling out of love with Manchester United to come back and actually support the team. We've seen people in this community threaten to boycott Manchester United games. We've seen people quit games, because Manchester United was not doing well. So I just want that feel-good factor to trickle down from even the players to the fans. And I think Ruben Amorim has that opportunity to do so. The last thing that I want to mention from my thoughts, my expectations for Ruben Amorim is that I already sort of mentioned it in the third point, but that this 3-4-3 formation that he's bringing is really good because it actually helps the recruitment team recruit for the formation. We're not just buying players because players are hot in the market or players are like, this is like, the you saw how like the player at the beginning of the show, I showed a couple of players that are in the that are going to be in the move next summer or rumored to be in the move next summer. And their value fluctuates like this. And some of them have been the hottest commodity in town, like Neymar, the Pogbas. And now, people will be talking about Alphonso Davies's next destination, Trent's next destination, and Victor Gyokeresh's next destination. So I don't want us to be recruiting players based on that. Who is trending? No. I want players that are just for the formation. So that is where I stand on this one. So that tactical structure is the fifth point that I'm trying to put forward to you guys, is that I want it, I like it, I'm into it, and I also would like for it to be a little bit flexible sometimes, because different teams in the Premier League require different tactics. You can't always be the team that is saying, we're just going to play our way if we don't care about the other team. You have to be able to tweak a few things, but the principles of play have to be the same. Obviously, the principles of play shouldn't change. I would one day love to see Manchester United go to the Etihad and not cave in and say, oh, we're going to hit them on the break. We want to be in the front foot. We want to be attacking them. That is what I want from Ruben Amorim. Now, I know it's not going to happen overnight. I know it's going to take time, but sometimes it's going to take games where we lose 3-0 at the Etihad. We go to Anfield, get stepped 4-1. That's part and parcel of it. But as long as the players are learning to be attacking, I don't want to fall asleep and let the other team feel superior. I want to be the superior. That's the energy that I'm hoping for Ruben Amorim. Anyway, those are my 5 points that I've spent so much time on. And now, because I was gonna end the show, let's put the link and see if anybody wants to talk about it. It's okay if nobody wants to, but there's about 25 people tuned in. I appreciate all of you guys. Technical Insight Power Hour. Somebody please time out. Joe, talk to Kenny. What? But don't get caught in the formation. That's just the starting positions. When we have the ball, it will turn into a 3-2-5. That is what excites me, bro. That's what excites me, because like the reason why I rep up 3-2-5 is something that I'm looking forward to. Is actually, it's not too extremely different from what Ten Hag was doing. That continuity factor is what I am excited about. So it's like when we're attacking, Ruben doesn't have to alter too much. Ruben Amorim does not have to alter too much. We know that Ten Hag went from a 3-1-6 to 3-2-5, and I think in his first year we had a double pivot, and we've been crying for that. So Ruben Amorim offensively, I don't think he has too much work to do. He has to tweak a couple of things, obviously, so that we're not, caught out on the break as often as we were under Ten Hag. So that is just sort of my 2 cents on it. Big shout out to Nick in the house as well. Shout out to Joe. Ben says I gave him a lifetime on. You liar. Because he somehow crossed the line. he skipped the queue. Is this Sashiv?
Yes, that's me.
Ah!
Get out of here, man.
Joe said he gave you a timeout, but you bypassed it.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, absolutely. I bypassed it.
What
Yeah,
are your thoughts?
apparently someone in the chat was saying Amorim out. What the hell is going on, bro? It's crazy.
Bro, you are the leader of the Ruben Amorim Defense League. So speak to them. Why do they want Amorim out right now? Like before Amorim can even start,
I don't know. It might be like a PTSD. I can tell because obviously we have sacked he's just joking. I respect
Okay.
Amorim.
Okay, all right.
Bigger to Nick. Yeah, a shout to Nick as well. Yeah, All I'm gonna say, like the reason why I actually created this defense league. Obviously, I want him to succeed. At the end of the day, I want the club to succeed. Obviously, that's the main name of this game. Absolutely.
Got you. So what is your expectations for him this season? That's what I want to also direct the conversation to.
Yes. I just did the stream, and my minimum expectations is top 6, and
Okay.
the Europa League trophy.
Oh my God.
Europa League?
Yes, Europa League.
Shiv, do you know the teams that are in the Europa League right now? There is Galatasaray, Lazio. Lazio has lost 0 games. Ajax have lost 0 games. Galatasaray 0 games. These teams have, bro. Frankfurt, okay, Frankfurt, we should be able to beat a team like Frankfurt. But those 3 teams, Bilbao, Atletico Bilbao is also a tough team as well, Don't forget Spurs is there too, but Spurs will probably do a Spursy. But you know what I mean? Those 3 teams, like we might, if at all, say, ideally speaking, we make it to the final, but we face
Like
Lazio.
Poppy,
You
listen.
think we're gonna beat Lazio?
I mean, it's all like beatable. Like to be honest, if Ten Hag stayed, then I would say like we basically wouldn't have like any chance. I will absolutely hear on that one. But like when the new manager comes in, he he will obviously, I think he will most likely, he's literally gonna most likely he's gonna steady the ship this season, because I believe we need to get into a Champions League, because like because like next season we don't want to be losing like a lot of like sponsorship and stuff like that,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know.
yeah. From a
Yeah. So yeah, we
financial
have to
point of view.
we have to get Champions League. I don't want to say top four right now, even though Will was saying like we have 4 points of top four, but like when you actually look at the team like as a whole, like we on a weekly basis in the Premier League, I don't think we are uh, consistently good enough to get top four, in my opinion. That's
Okay.
why I said top six at best. We should be able to get it, and the only chance we can have is the Europa League. Yeah.
Because
Go
I
on,
want to
Papi.
summarize our conversations a shift. So your dream is a Europa League trophy. Your expectation is top six. And what can you say about your hope for Amorim? Three things that we're discussing.
Um, my
Anything?
hope is
Yeah.
for Amrim to. It might be a sinable, sin binnable opinion. Next 2 seasons, I want to see us because Barada said 2028 we have to get the league title. So I want the next 2 seasons. I want us to compete for the league.
No, not sin binnable at all. I think that's a reasonable hope, bro. Big up
Yes.
yourself, the shift. That's actually so sound and solid and actually really realistic. Nice dream, nice hope, nice expectation. Let's hear from my brother wrap up. Big up, wrap up.
What's good? What's good? Yeah,
Let's
I'm
talk.
just gonna keep it. I'm just gonna keep it very raw because listen, the main thing this manager has to do, unlike the other guy, is implement your principles. The league
Okay.
position, like I've said to you before, the league position is first season is a blight with me. I always give the first season a blight with any manager. Just
Mhm.
implement your principles. Don't run away from them like the other guy did.
Like
Mr. Ten
Val
Haram
did,
did.
like Ten Hag did. A lot of coaches come to a new place.
Don't run away from your principles and win the Europa League. But the main thing above that is implement your style of play.
Yes. Okay. Style of play. That's it. Would you classify that as expectation or a hope or dream? I think expectation. Style of
No
play.
expectation. Why are we hiring him for? Just to do the same 10 around football? None of that, man.
Okay, that's your expectation.
Implement your style of play. By after like let's by the end of the season, we
Yeah.
should be starting to see some repeatable things. There's some the principles coming through. Even if the players, I
Yeah.
don't expect the players to carry it out because these players need to be changed. So I'm gonna be wrong,
Got
but
you.
the principles should be visible. Like I can see what you're trying to do.
Okay.
That's the main thing. I can see what you're trying to do,
Yeah. And
and win the Europa League because we're good enough. We were the favourites at the beginning. Win the Europa League.
is that a hope or a dream?
What do you mean, hope or dream?
Like for him, I think it's a dream, bro. It's kind of far fetched. Like you think we could win the
A
Europa League?
dream. This ain't Champions League. This is Europa.
Don't make it seem
I'm
like
giving
it's Carabao Cup now. Come on
I'm
now.
I'm
No.
I'm giving the league a blind. The main thing with the league is implement your principles. I always give the first year is to implement something so you can carry it to the next year. Don't
Right.
try and skip the steps into scumbag victories, and then
Yeah.
you're trying to implement something in the second season, and you end up in the same position as Ten Ram.
That's solid. That's solid, bro. Okay. All right. I hear you. Is there like the one player you'd like to the first player you'd like to see gone under Ruben Amorim that we have in our current squad? Who is that?
The first player I'd like to see gone. This is a difficult one because there's quite a few nominees.
Yes, pick one. You gotta start one player at a time. So
One player at a time. I'm gonna be. You have to be no. I'm thinking right now.
You can't even think about who you want.
Yeah, brute.
Oh God, no. Leave my captain alone. You're gonna leave out Rashford, you're gonna leave out Luke Shaw, and he wants to say Bruno? Nah.
Get right here, man.
I'm not with it. I'm not with exactly. Like eventually, yes, phase out Bruno. But your biggest problem right now, wrap up, is Bruno. Nah, Ronald, do you hear this nonsense?
I hear the nonsense, and I hear you too. I think he had more to say, right?
No, he
Uh,
said
no,
Bruno before he could
I know.
complete.
He said you did not allow him to complete. But he did say in the private chat, "Bring me back," and I think he had a reasoning to it. I'm sure he would put it in the chat,
There is
right?
no reasoning.
Again, so I will give you my thoughts, right? Firstly, and I'm gonna make it quick. Firstly, you're a fraud, okay? You're a concussed fraud. You gave Ahmad Diallo, do not sin bin me. I dare you, do not sin bin me. Hold your corn. You gave Ahmad Diallo the same damn rating as Bruno Fernandes in the last game. If Ahmad Diallo had scored 2 goals and given 1 assist, the whole fan base would wang themselves to death. That's what they would do. Okay? But since it's Bruno doing the same shit, where, hey, it doesn't matter. It's nothing. We need to go
Okay,
ahead and blame
okay,
Bruno, right?
okay.
It's all right. It's all right. Numbers are logged in. That stream is done. Those numbers are there. I left my comments. People in the chat, use the damn comment section if you're watching the video afterwards. If you disagree, let bots know. He always takes them very, very seriously, right?
God.
And I don't apologize for my language to nobody.
Oh,
I'm all good. But
okay.
bots, those were Prada shoes. Devil wears Prada. You know it. Those were the Prada ones, you know? Those those were the Prada Tech Light Pack, okay?
That's why it took me a while to recognize them, bro.
Yeah,
But but them jeans were too, like, he needs different jeans.
yeah. Don't worry about it. Let him be around Rashford for a week or two. Man would be showing up in Louis Vuitton, you know? You know how it is. But,
Okay.
no, but for Ruben, my expectation, right?
Yeah.
I'm not changing my expectation. The ball couldn't do it, and I'm absolutely okay with it. Uh, for me, Ruben as a manager feels like he's more competent than Bald himself. Obviously, we expect him to do a lot of things, like Wrap Up Heaven said, right?
Mhm.
Uh, he's expecting him not to change
Style of
his
play.
ethos, who
Mhm.
he is as an individual. Do not give in the United Way argument. Do not fall for that argument.
Yes.
Make your way, right?
Yes.
And
Yeah.
make that the United Way. So
Mhm.
my only but my not my only expectation, but few of my expectations from him is one, win the Europa, win
Mhm.
me a domestic, right?
Mhm.
I will bring my top four down to top six, but I
Okay.
still would want it to be top four. The reason being, between top four and Manchester United right now, the difference is just 4 or 5 points. So
Mhm.
it's not huge difference that you find yourself. Thank God we had Rude in the time who kind of steadied the boat for us, right?
Yeah.
And we were able to get some points. So I'm glad that we are not far off. The distance is not huge, and mad that this manager cannot achieve.
Mhm.
He just needs to find the right players. He has enough time. I won't say enough time, but he has 2 weeks to figure something out,
Mm.
right? Uh,
So
right
you
now he needs to.
wait, you're saying you're giving him 2 weeks to.
No, no,
Oh,
no. I'm
oh,
saying he
oh.
has two
Okay.
weeks to
Got
figure
you.
out
I
his
understand you
lineup,
now. I
what
understand.
he wants,
Got
and
you.
to his luck, I would say, uh, he has few people coming in as well, right?
Mhm.
Pause. He has Luke Shaw coming back from injury. Mount is going to be ready. For the players you said who I would like to see go away,
Mhm.
and it's in this particular order itself. Okay.
First, start with the first one. Like, yeah.
I'm
Who
I'm
do you,
giving you it in order.
all right, all right.
I
Big
want
up
them to
Stewart,
go
by
out
the
in
way.
this order
Yeah, yeah.
himself,
Let's hear.
you know?
Let's hear the
Uh,
order.
yeah, the first one is Luke Shaw, second, Lindelof, third, start looking for a new club for Anthony. If you can repurpose him, keep him. If you can't repurpose him, let him go.
Okay.
Then Rashford, because obviously a bigger commodity, bigger package of a deal, it won't be an easy buy for a club unless PSG is just on some kind of white snow, right?
Got you.
Uh, if you can integrate Ericsson with two CDMs, okay. If not, then let him go. But
All
I
right,
would not
that's
want
good. That's good.
Ericsson gone.
That's a long list that you're trying to clean super quickly. I think, like, let's stop it right there. Luke Shaw
No,
one,
no, no. There's
Lindelof
one
second.
more. There is one more. I know
Okay.
this is going to make your jaw fall down on the ground.
Yeah.
But Bruno,
Why does Ronald want Bruno gone? I thought you were in the Bruno brigade, bro. Like, what? I don't even know where we go from here. I heard. How? Why?
let me land for once. Lord Jesus Christ died for my sins. You kill me every time. My sins are allowed, okay?
Okay, why Bruno, Ronald? Stay on topic.
Now, hear me out. I'm staying on topic. The reason why I said Bruno is I'm not saying it next season. It's very difficult to get all these players out next season itself, right? But I'm saying Bruno Fernandes in due course of time. I need a transitional season with Bruno. So
Okay.
next season, he is here for me. I'm not
Okay.
asking him to
Thank
sack
you.
him next season. I'm saying I said you in an order. I never said what season. I said
All
in this
right.
order I want them
All
to
right.
leave, right?
All right.
So
All
Bruno
right.
in that list is like the last of the problems that some people feel he's a problem can go. But then I want them to replace him with three options that I see.
Ronald, I have to sin bin you because you didn't mention Rashford.
I did mention that. Are you mad? Are you
Was
not listening to me, fam?
no,
When I
you
said
mentioned.
PSG,
So you said
I said Shaw,
Shaw, Lindelof, uh
Lindelof,
number
Anthony,
Anthony, and then
and
Bruno.
Rashford. Bro, are
I
you
didn't
you
hear.
can
That's why I'm
I said
asking for
I said
four players, bro.
Rashford
If you
needs
say
to
five players,
go.
that's a lot of players,
Brother,
Ronald.
I said Rashford needs to go, and if
Okay.
PSG is smoking some white, they will come in with big price because
All
a
right
bigger
then.
package and a bigger salary is not easy to get off your books. I
Okay. All
said the
right.
whole rap. You didn't.
All right. All right. The plane landed. The plane landed. Jeez. Wow. I really thought he forgot Rashford. So my apologies, Ronald. My apologies. Big up to Mongezi says Papi didn't even give him a chance to speak. No. I brought him back. He explained the plane landed and it's parked. People are now picking up that luggage. Let's go to Wajid. Big up, my bro. Whoa, what picture is that? Is that a
That's bots ten hug. That's bots hug. You want
ah,
to you want to bring the picture up? Yeah,
what,
that that's
bro?
bot that's bots hug right there because your streams have been shameless.
No.
Yeah, yeah. How dare you forget your cult leader after all these shamelessness? All right, go on. Well, let's go back to split screen. Hmm. Hey, yo, photo editing is a dangerous thing, you know.
How did you do?
Listen. A magician doesn't give all his secrets.
Bro, I'm speechless. I'm speechless.
Always, come on, man.
All right.
It's all love. You know that. It's all love. You know that.
Yo, hit the like button, guys. If you can't hit it for this, I don't know where you have it. 10 bots, says Mungezi. All
Yeah,
right.
yeah, right. Your stream tiles have been shameless. Is Amrin balling, Ahmad fire, blah blah. Yo, waste man. Yeah, yeah. Here's the problem about the internet. The internet doesn't forget.
It
I
doesn't.
don't forget. Shameless person. I only came here for that. To be
What are your expectations for Ruben, bro?
honest.
Expectations, hopes, and dreams. That's the title for today's show. All right.
Europa League. That's not changed. Everything for me, the league, domestics. That's all a free hit. I just want Champions League football. I don't think we'll get top four. But we're by far and away the strongest team in the Europa League, regardless. We have the most expensive team. The Champions League teams don't drop into the Europa League. And yeah.
That is what's comforting to me. Like I was trying to read out to wrap up. I was saying, well, we got Lazio, Ajax, Galatasaray, and really after that, like even Galatasaray should be beatable, bro. I mean, Ajax, let's say Ajax should be beatable from those three, right?
I
I'm
would.
looking.
Sorry, I would say probably Spurs are the biggest sort of quote unquote threat. If you're going to say Spurs are a threat, because
Yeah,
they're all friendly, but we are by far and away the most expensive team and the best team in that competition. There is no excuse to not win the Europa League or
fa-
get Champions League football next year.
facts. Like Frankfurt, bro. None of these should be inciting fear. They're all above us, but they shouldn't. Leon, come on, man. We gotta beat that. Bilbao.
Yeah, like I think Bilbao are having a decent season. Like Frankfurt are third in the Bundesliga, for example. So they
Yeah,
are chasing. But like after this or what? So this league phase runs till January,
facts.
and so it gives him time to implement his sort of system and things like that.
Mhm.
And then by the time you're still laughing at the picture,
Yeah, it just throws me off, bro. I gotta look elsewhere.
don't worry, I'll change it. I'll change it next. I'll change it next time. Don't worry. But by the time sort of February rolls around,
Yeah.
there should be no excuse. We should be in the knockout phase because of how the competition is and stuff. But there's no excuse
So
for
you
not getting
mean
Champions League
February,
football
like
next year.
this coming February, we should be
There, no, like there should be. I'm not saying the entire system's implemented, but
okay.
I'm saying there's like some genuine progression towards that. We're playing some brand of football. I'm not saying we're playing 3-4-3 total expansion, like and
Yeah.
with 27% and scoring 5 at the Etihad. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying there should be like some steps with what he has in order to play. And then next season going forward is where you really see how he implements his football and stuff. Because the next 6 months, let's be honest, are a free hit, but it's
Yeah.
a free hit with, for me, expectation of there still should be Champions League football.
Sure. Are you in the same camp as Kenny? Kenny wants us to be challenging for the title. He said next year.
We're not challenging for the title next year.
Okay. Okay. All right.
That's not happening. Not currently.
Okay.
Maybe what we
You
maybe 20 maybe the 2026 to 2027 season. It's not
got
happening
you.
next year.
Got you. All right. Who's the first player you're picking to go?
Bye, Luke Shaw. See you later. You can pick up your Gregs on the way out.
So, solid. No,
Okay.
big
I
up,
will.
Morgan.
I've got to get back to work, but as always, man, please
Oh
like,
man,
subscribe.
burn that
My
photo,
brother Bob.
please. Burn that photo. The sad part is I don't think it's the last time I see that. Anyway, let's see about bro Ski Bali Tech.
Yo, Bally in the building. Have no fear. Bally is here.
Hey,
Big up to my football power hour delegates. What we saying?
we here, bro. We talking Ruben's expectations, hopes, and dreams. Like our expectations and hopes and dreams for him. Where do you stand?
Okay, expectations. I want him to get that Europa League. And top four, because we're only 4 points off, I believe he can do it. It's only 4 points. So hopefully the players will have a new manager bounce
Okay.
and they'll be fighting for their futures.
Hmm.
So where's the next one? Is it so that's expectations.
Yeah. Now,
Then
hope.
hope is that we become Europa League champions of the world.
All right. I'm with it. And then dreams. Now it can be far-fetched, this one. It doesn't have to be
My,
realistic.
my dream is that we go out there and sign Kavwa Skaliev, if that's how you say his name.
Wait, who's
And
that?
the guy that plays at McTominay's team.
Napoli.
Yeah, Napoli.
Kivica. Okay, the first name is easier to pronounce. Kivica covers Chelia or something like that. Yes.
Yeah.
Him.
And we go and sign Jokeres. If we get them two, I think our attack will be cooking.
Yo, bro, those are all solid requests or demands, That's actually really fire. No, big up yourself, bro. Like that I like. I like. Who's the first player that you said you want to see leave?
Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw has to. He has to. He has to go back to the hospital that he's been chilling in.
Everybody going for Luke Shaw, broski.
Maybe he can take. Maybe he could take Mason Mount with him, and then we can have an injury-free squad.
Leave Mason Mount alone, bro. Let him hold on. This is my Bali Tech. This is what I want Mason Mount to do. Stay fit. Because for me, I think Mason Mount would actually thrive in a Ruben Amorim system. I'm saying it right here on record that if this guy can stay fit, do not be surprised if you see a very, very, very instrumental player that might actually end up at some moments, maybe even benching Bruno. I know, I should sin bin myself for that, but let me sin bin myself.
Pappy saying if Mason Mount could stay fit, he'd help. That's like Pappy saying if Pappy grew an afro, he'd have lots of hair, but he doesn't. You know what I'm saying? He's bald. That's it.
But Costa, no, don't you?
Hello, you're back. Well on, bro.
Don't you think though? Like, come on, man. Like Mason Mount.
If he does stay fit, he does work in those number 10 positions, but I just have no trust that he will stay fit because he's already showed us that he can't. I feel like the brother, every time he plays a game, he gets a knock of some sort, and then he's out for another 2-3 weeks, and then there's an extension on those 2-3 weeks.
I hear it. Oh no!
Was the last game he played Spurs? That was the last game he played, right?
Yeah, he came in. He had a beard. He's like, looking different. And
he had the knock on the head. Said, "Don't worry, guys, I'm fine." And then turns out he had a leg injury.
Bro, you know what's crazy about him? In the last year of Chelsea was a bit weird, but prior to his last year, he was never this injury prone.
He's missed way more games for us than he ever has for Chelsea.
That's wild to me. That maybe makes me feel like maybe the previous guy. Wait, was that a dog? What's that sound, Costa?
I'm in my van. There's definitely no dog in here.
Okay. As long as you're not in danger. All right.
I'm not in danger. I would. My code word is biscuits. So if I say biscuits, I need your help.
Okay. Noted. There's a guy called Terrorist Organization in here. He can definitely locate you quickly. But I was saying that like the guy, like I feel like he might have been like suffering from like maybe the training methods didn't fit him, like the previous guys, like something. There was just something that just didn't,
Well, there was reports that like the players didn't appreciate, as in their punishment for not running would be extra running, but then it would make a vicious cycle of running too much in training, therefore feeling burnt out for matches, not running enough, and then having to run more in training. So it'll be interesting. It's one of those things where you kind of have to take some of that with a pinch of salt because like the likes of Luckhurst will write that as soon as a manager goes because they know what they're doing. They're stirring the pot. There's probably some truth in it, but it's twisted in a way to make it worse. So we can move on from them. But like that picture that Wajid had, I thought you looked like a mixture of a Wayans brother and Andrew Tate.
Get out of here. Stay safe on the road, man. Stop looking at pictures. You gotta be driving. Keep your eyes on the road. Costa is at the wheel. AJ says he's sounding kind of martialish, this Mason Mount that we're talking about. All right, let's go to my man AJ. I thought Riley Taylor was in the back. Big up, AJ.
What up?
I actually didn't. I even forgot to ask Costa's expectations, and
you can take them back.
All right. Costa, please.
Oh, expectations, right? Yes. I want Champions League football next season. So if that is through finishing top 4, which is achievable because the rest of the league haven't been great. Outside of Liverpool, the rest of the league haven't been great. We're only 4 points off. So or winning the Europa League. So I just want Champions League football next season. If we don't get it up, but if we don't get it, I'm not going to be like, sack the guy. It's fine. It's his first season.
Yeah.
But ideally, I want to be hearing the champions being sung at Old Trafford next season.
Bro, that's reasonable. That's like, I feel if
it feels right.
It feels right.
As much as that UV Europa League theme tune is sick, I don't want to hear it anymore.
But you know, bro, like considering where the turbulence that we've been in, bro, we might find ourselves playing Noah FC, bro. We might find ourselves playing like in Conference League, like you know what I mean, like
we might play Serviette, FC Dracula.
You know, so it's not like it wouldn't be like an outrageous like outcome. It's not what I want as well, just like
but I'm prepared for it. Like if it happens, it happens. But ideally, Champions League football next season. I just want to enjoy watching our team play.
I hear it.
Because it's been for a long time, it's felt like a chore to watch Man United because the football's boring. We don't score goals. We don't seem to have cohesion in attack. The defense is just bad. So just enjoying watching my team play would be nice as well. That's
all right. Big up yourself, Cords. Please stay safe on the road, bro.
Sell Luke Shaw as well. Sell him.
Sell Luke. Everybody want to sell Luke. Oh no. Poor Luke Shaw. It must be tough being Luke Shaw, man. Let's go to my brother AJ. How's Call of Duty? They say somebody in the chat says you look like you've been playing with Luke
I know, right?
Yeah.
I know. I haven't played Call of Duty since like 2014 or something like that.
Are you good at shooting games though? Like, are you good?
Yeah, I used to be really good. Yeah, then family and all that. Then it's nothing.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
yeah, I'm just getting back into FIFA. First time, last FIFA I owned was 2014.
Hey.
Yeah.
2014, you were probably using Real Madrid.
Yep, I was. Well, I'm Portuguese, so Ronaldo and
yes.
and Jose. That was the
one. Anyway, let's talk expectations, hopes, and dreams for Ruben Amorim.
Yeah, it's hard for me to have expectations with how we've seen the team run.
Yeah,
and by the team I mean the players run. So I guess my expectation is to see progress.
Progress. Okay. What is your definition of progress?
No, yeah, I think I'll piggyback on Courts. Like, I just want to enjoy watching them play for the most part, at least for the most part. I want to like something exciting. I want to see progress. I'm hoping that I'm kind of feeling like he can start integrating his system without making too many changes, if that makes sense. Or have come out of FIFA retirement. It's real.
What do you mean with
so like little things, and I think I've seen this like when you put up like who plays in what position and all that. I think we've seen it around, but without basically my fear is that our players can't take too much like tactical change, especially in the amount of training time that we have. The training time we have isn't even with the first team who's on international duty, right? So it's just more about like, okay, how can we take what is, we're kind of in like a 4-3-3 if we want to say that already, just maybe like you come over here, that come over here. I'm just going to play you right there. See what happens. I could just imagine it being like just kind of slowly morphing. And I'll be happy with that in the next 6 months. I agree. It's kind of like the rest of the season's a free hit. See how we go. But I don't want to see. I want to enjoy myself as a Man United fan again. That's my expectation.
Fair enough, AJ. I can't be mad at that, but I want to see the big three for me. I know you're saying.
Oh yeah. I see. And we see even with a back four, if you will, in possession, we're in a back three anyways. So that's just another one of those like it's just a little bit of this, like just a little tweak here, and maybe we'll be all right.
Okay.
And I think that'll work. And I also think, not to go back to the Ten Hag thing, which, by the way, that picture actually isn't that much different from your actual picture, but
it was going so well, AJ. The conversation was flowing great, and he had to say his name, and he wants to bring back his stuff. I'm trying to move on, AJ. Please.
all right. The final part of what I was actually gonna say about that is after. Thanks, Will.
Monitoring me,
Will.
bro. Is what?
No, it's just that it just shows that Ten Hag's actual issue was his man management. Because the Rude said all he did was make it fun to play again. Was like, hey, let's just have a little bit of games here. Everything's going to shit. Let's lift the mood.
Yeah.
He didn't change anything else tactically. He just said, let's have fun. And it worked.
Yeah.
And it just shows, like, how come Eric couldn't recognize that that's what was needed and do that.
Sure. And also Rude also just like rewarded. If you put in a good performance, you're rewarded with
I got to start a second.
You don't need to be questioning yourself or whatever. It's like, Ahmad bails us out. Ahmad gets a start in the next game. The midfield trio was the same throughout, because they played well throughout all 4 games.
It's actually easy, right? I mean, if you just
I don't know. Ten Hag was overthinking things.
Yeah, he was just stressed, man. You could just tell. It got to his head pretty early. But anyways, enough about that guy.
Boom. All right. Enough about Eric Ten Hag. Shout out to AJ. Shout out to anybody that's tuning in right now. I see some people just rocked up to the stream. I appreciate you guys so much. One simple request, please hit the like button. If you're here, you might as well do so. This show will get more visibility if you hit the like button. Ronald wants to share his dream, but before we bring Ronald in, let's hear from the Amorim algorithm. Hey. What's up, my bro?
In the interest of fairness, I think you should bring back Ronald before we talk.
Okay, all right. He's gonna say something controversial, isn't he?
Man is the ultimate community man. Unlike
Man's just a community man, bro. Community man.
Yeah, for sure. But mine again. So it could be an outlandish dream, as you said earlier.
Yes.
It could be anything. 2 years from now, right? I want if Bruno is supposedly or allegedly supposed to be moved on, I have my 2 candidates for the same.
Must say them.
Yeah. You got the second one, right?
Musiala and Musiala.
No.
Musiala and Palmer.
My first one is Cole Palmer. The second one is Musiala.
Yeah. Don't
fun me, bro. Yeah, I got you.
All right,
I got you.
Yeah,
because here's the thing. Cole Palmer is Premier League proven. If he can carry this again, let's be honest. Chelsea is a disjointed team. If he could carry that team in the Ruben system,
ahead of us right now, bro. Ahead of us. Yeah.
If in the Ruben system we are cooking, then that's the last ingredient you need. And I don't want us to make the same mistake that we have done before. Like what we have done before is sell Herrera, no replacement. We're figuring out replacement 2 seasons after. Yes. Sell Pogba, no replacement. We're figuring it out 2 seasons after. Now I want United to change the way and go into a transitional role where you have the existing player, but you bring in a transitional player, right? And I understand. I said it myself. Cole Palmer kind of is not there on the pitch in big games, right? And that's one of his criticisms. So just to avoid that, you should have someone like
it's something. Yeah.
Like I just want Bruno to be there so that he is actually able to weather the storm if things are not going that well with Cole Palmer. And then one season end, you can obviously sell, make money on Bruno. Bruno just signed a deal. So he has 4 years on his contract anyways. By the second year done, you're looking at third and fourth. Use the third year as transitional and the fourth year to sell him. Simple as. Then you make most out of Bruno anyways. But with Rashford, you give him a new contract, sell him ASAP.
Yeah. No, I hear it, and let's wait and see what happens with Project Palmer. The other thing is, like, I don't know, they've tied him with a long contract, so it might be difficult.
Yeah, I mean, see, again, they tied him with like an 8-year deal, I believe, right? A death row contract. Now he's already going to complete 2 by the end of this season, and I'm saying 2 in 2 years' time, right?
Okay.
So I'm saying, like, by the 4th year being complete, bring him in, because then his value obviously kind of will sustain, but at the same time you will still be in a position to make 50 mil from Bruno, for example. Who will pay 50 mil? Any Saudi club would. Any of the Milan clubs would pay 50 mil, bro. Come on, let's be honest. It's fucking Bruno Fernandes.
All right. Kenny Fan TV says I should sin bin you because Cole Palmer stat pads against crap teams. But this is something that's only been happening this year. Yeah, Cole Palmer has been struggling. Versus City, he was Casper Palmer. Versus Liverpool, he was Warm Palmer. Versus United, he was in Ugate's pocket. And versus Arsenal, he was nowhere to be seen. So, yeah. At the end of the day, we all know he's a quality player, though. He can be very, very, very useful. So, yeah, big up to Ronald for that. Let's hear from Riley Taylor in the building. Good evening. Salutations, Riley. How are you?
Salutations, Wagwan, everyone. Yeah, well, I think my expectation for Amorim is to do the same what Rude did in interim charge, but this time I want him to go one better than Eric Ten Hag. Regain the trust of many fans, because some loyal fans have quitted Man United because there's no system. Well, Amorim is here to sort it out. Let me tell you now, it's here to be sorted out. He's going to build this new system. Rude is left that big shoe in, and I guess you could say Amorim ball is going to be rolling. Let me tell you now, my hope for this.
You gotta let the bar land, Riley, and then so I can put in the air horn. Because when you just flow it, like, you know what I mean. You get what I'm saying? But all right, you're about to talk about your hope. You're about to talk about
my
your
hope is that the situation with Anthony is sorted, because he's unhappy and wants to hold talks with the club to understand his role going forward. So I don't want him to go, but I want him to improve and have the situation sorted, because right now he's one of the few players I see has pride in the club, including Bruno Fernandes.
High five, Riley. Talk to the hand. Anthony has had too much time to prove himself. Anthony has got to go. Holding talks with who? Talk to the hand, bro. I do not want to talk with Anthony. For me, I've made up, but he did not prove himself. He had enough time to prove himself, and I think he should just leave. Riley's Eminem. He doesn't take a breath. Let's hear from Professor. Professor.
Yes. About time that we got a new manager. We've been waiting for this.
You've been asking for coaches. Coaches are here.
Listen, we've been waiting for this. Like, listen, when we talk about managers, he was part of the 2 managers I wanted. No, part of the 3. Ruben, De Zerbi, Hansi Flick. Well, Ruben was third. Ruben was third on my list.
Can I
Hansi
ask
Flick was 1. De Zerbi was 2.
How did you know about Ruben? How did you find out about Ruben?
Oh, I found about Ruben by Sporting, because the moment Bruno left, they won the league immediately. We keeping players on the radar. They won the league immediately. They placed Bruno with Pedro Gonzalez. I started watching them.
So you watch the Portuguese league?
Not because of Sporting. I watch because of Benfica. Come on, but when you watch one team, you gotta watch other teams as well.
Okay,
but listen, we're not about to guess
the goal scorer in the Portuguese league last season.
Last season, come on, it's good career. That's so easy. Let's go to the one before that. I would say Taremi, and the one before that, I might be wrong. I'll say Paulinho. But might be wrong. I might be wrong.
Okay.
I might be wrong.
No. I don't sense any cap, so I think you may be right.
Listen, I might be wrong, and that's okay. But we're not here to talk about that. We are here to talk about Ruben Amorim, the manager of Manchester United.
Yeah.
What? Listen, I'm waiting for him to, when the season's over, last day, I want to see our good defense improve. He needs to come in and hit the right back start running. Don't try and say, oh, because the team is used to this, then I'm going to consider that side. Like, no, that didn't win you the cup at Braga. That didn't win you the cup. That didn't win you the league at Sporting. That did not make you win he won the league twice at Sporting. Don't give me a formation that you know it worked throughout and you won with it. Go with it.
Okay.
And I don't care. Like you will say, oh, I'm trying to compliment this player, bro. You're setting yourself up for failure. You want to succeed. Listen, you gotta put yourself in position to succeed. And if you do not do that, listen, we'll be here all day. As well, also there are traps he shouldn't fall into. The Bruno Fernandes trap. You know what the Bruno Fernandes trap is?
Please explain the trap for me.
Like Bruno Fernandes is so good, you must play him. But he doesn't fit into your system. You must play him because he's good. He is good. He is a good player, but he doesn't fit into your system. So now you're like, he's good, but doesn't fit into my system. I'm conflicted, but then you want to win games. So you constantly play Bruno. Then all of a sudden, the system falls into shambles. Etihad fell into the Marcus Rashford trap. He fell into the Rashford trap. Listen, Rashford was so good that year. You had to play in the second year, but like at what cost? Now, Bruno Fernandes, Rashford, people say they bring here all the time. When they mention these players, those are the main two that are starting. Those are the main starter.
Omo, like that was like my point number 3 is like I don't want favoritism. I want players that earn their spots because they deserve it. And
yes,
a manager has a tough decision to make when a player that is usually good goes through a rough patch because every player's form is up and down.
They go up and down.
Yeah, it's like how do you pick up the form of Rashford if he has had good form and then now he's in bad form? How do you pick up the form of Bruno? How do you pick up the form of Ericsson if he's still there like next?
Yeah, this man has to do Harry Potter job because our strike force are not scoring goals. The magic he does to get like I said, positive 5 GA at the end of the season. Positive 5 GA. If you exceed that, great. But I just want to see small things. Me, I'm going by small increments that leads to big increments. You like also the league. You got to be consistent with the league. Because again, you cannot scam the league. You can scam an FA Cup. You can scam a Carabao Cup, Europa. But the league is love consistency. Because you've done data on these players, on this other team. You have to play them again. So it's like you can't just like, I'm gonna just do this. Like, no, it's a level of consistency that I'm expecting in the league.
Got you.
Because again, little by little, it goes a long way.
Mm-hmm. So you think like which one is more achievable between say top 4 and Europa League?
Europa League, we are 16, I believe.
Yeah.
We are 13 in the league. We need a win, and the next person lost to put us at 12th place or 11th place, I believe. No, Tottenham is 11th place. So we need a win to put us at 11th place or 12th place. It's tough because again, it's also how the other teams are playing right now. It's not just us because everybody home game is tough. Away game is the toughest in this league so far this year. Because people like home game, we are getting our wins.
Okay.
So away game is probably the toughest. So like I don't know. I probably say my prediction before was 9th on the ETH, but after what Rude has done, we probably could sneak our way to 7th or 6th.
Oh, in the league.
In the league and Europa League, probably
15th right now.
Europa League is tough. We played 4 games so far.
Who's gonna be tough for us? Like, look, if we make it out of I think we're probably gonna get through the playoff stage, right? And
let me see who's on the table. No, Lazio's there.
I got you. It's right here. The table is boom. So At the top, we got Lazio. I mean, yeah, it's Lazio. Then
Lazio, Ajax is undefeated. Galatasaray, oh my god, oh my god, OCM is cooking over there. Frankfurt is tough. Anderlecht, they've been getting away. Spurs, they're gonna do Spurs then. Look at their goal difference. Lyon Rangers, Bodo Glint. We should be able to get to the quarterfinals or semifinals. We should be able to get to the quarterfinals. So depending on where we land, like if we get a top 8, we don't have to play those extra two games, which are qualifier games. That's
What
I'm
is
like top 8 is what I'm looking at right now. Like we can potentially get to top 8.
another team with an acronym? FCSB.
Basel.
Oh, that's Basel.
Yeah,
Why
I
don't
think
they write Basel?
I don't know. I think what his name is over there, that Liverpool player Shaqiri. But
Oh,
like
Pique.
but you see here, like what's our goal difference? Our goal difference is +2. That's good. We're already on a good start because I'm looking at the goal difference is important because it depends where you land up or down, pretty much. So, like, listen, Amran coming here with your 3-4-3, please. Please, it's not because it's what I want to see. It's what you're known for. Do what you're known for. We are going places. Like just do what you're known. Like listen, do what you're known for. We are going places. That's what I want. It's not so hard.
All right. And then which player are you getting rid of at Man United first? Just pick one.
Pick one. Let's see, no, this is tough.
Somebody gotta go first. Who is going first?
Rasmus Højlund.
This guy's not serious with life. Conversation was flowing nicely, and then he's going to say,
Hi, how are you?
Doctor, I'm not fine. Did you hear what Omo just said?
Yeah, I think he just said that to
rattle me.
Get on your nerves. Oh my God.
Omo,
have you no pride? Have you no discipline? Have you no focus? Get your stuff together, young man.
It's been a long day, I can see for you.
Yeah, it is.
And clearly, also, I've changed my picture because
hey,
I told you. Hey, it doesn't mean nothing. Guys, in the comments, now that I've changed my picture, don't come and start playing Genuine anymore.
She said it doesn't mean nothing. Oh Lord. Costa is like, right? Don't play with my heart. All right. Let's hear doctor's expectations. Let's hear.
Wow. Do you know what I expect for this season? Number one, I really feel like, do you know what? This might change after our first 2 games. Okay? Because I want to see how he does our first game against Ipswich. And we're going Ipswich away.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, they just battered Tottenham. So they're gonna have and they have the 2 weeks, so they're gonna have the excitement. Oh, we just be a big top 6 team. You know what it is. So it's not going to be as easy as Southampton. Okay? Even Southampton wasn't good. That penalty save really saved our asses. So let's be honest. But I really feel like maybe it's possible we may sneak into top 4. But I'll be fine with 5th position, 5th, 6th. I see us like hovering around 4, 5, 6, you know? And with that said, I do expect us to win the FA Cup or the or the Carabao Cup. With the Europa, I do expect.
Hold on. Slow down. You said FA Cup, Carabao Cup.
No, listen to what.
Okay.
Guys,
please slow down.
I said and or.
Okay.
With the Europa Cup, I do want us to win it, but if we don't, as the professor said, we have to get to like final. You know that kind of thing where even if we lose, God forbid, knock on wood, even if we do, we have to we have to show fight. We have to show that yes, we are the Man United team. We are Man United. You know.
Yes.
I fully expect everybody to get their heads on their bodies and get the mentality. You know what? I would like. You see how even though Rude was there for about 2-3 months, yeah, and he managed to get, and he led us to 4 games, 3 wins and a draw. Like, I feel like whatever he said, they listened. I don't know which former United player can come back and pull their ears and treat them the same way. Like, listen, this is Manchester United. We don't play with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like Patrice Evra is a bit too much because he will end up cussing them out. I don't know if that's what they need. You know?
Yeah.
And maybe Darren Fletcher is a bit too lenient, so they're not gonna listen to him.
But for me, Fletcher has got to go. Do you?
Yes.
Do you think he should stay, or how do you feel about
he should stop? He should stay in the office. You know, he's been there for years.
Listen, this is why I say this to you. Okay, listen, there's a conflict.
He has to go.
His kids are in the Don't you think it's reeking a little bit of we complain how sometimes African nations have conflict of interest? You remember when we talked about the former president of the Ghana Football Association being the agent of a player?
No.
So
on let's say the Ghana thing anyway. We need a whole different stream. I'm sure Botswana FA is doing some madness.
Oh, there's a madness going on.
We need the stream for that.
Yeah.
It will be 6 hours of talking stress.
I know. Okay. One last thing that I should tell you, Doctor. Wait. Listen. So there is this article that I just saw that says Ruben Amorim's wife is best friends with the partner of the new Man City sporting director, right? And they both have a company, like an interior design company. And now they're gonna be rivals because
you're gonna make me hate this one. Because you can't be canoodling with the opposition. Even you can't do that. But why would you do that?
I'm not trying to stir trouble, I'm not trying to stir trouble. I'm just saying, there's a bit of drama brewing in Manchester, and it's not even, on the pitch. It's off the pitch. Anyway, big shout out to everybody that called in, everybody that shared that opinion. Hold on, Ruben's wife is in the mud. Says, I didn't ask Dr. Hill. Oh, you see, that's what too much drama does, Okay, all right, Doctor. What are your
you're cutting me off before I finish just because of a little.
I'm trying to stir trouble.
It's stirring the sport. It's do trouble. Guys in the comments, please help me out there. Anyway, yeah.
What's achievable? What's your hope and what's your dream?
Achievable is top 5. Hope, I already told you the Cubs. We have to basically what I'm saying. We have to do well in every cup thing we're in right now, and we're going against Tottenham in London. Tottenham at the White Hart Lane. I hope we batter them on the 17th of December.
Yes.
Yeah. And I was supposed to buy some tickets to the FA Cup second round proper. Fingers crossed, I'll do that tomorrow.
Okay.
I just, how sometimes you just want to go and scout out your opposition. These teams are good, but that's another topic for another day.
So did you say Arsenal?
No, I didn't say which team I'm going. None of the top flight teams. This is all League 1, League 2 teams, guys.
Okay, all right. Just making sure.
Guys, I'm not going to an Arsenal game. Anyway, Luke Shaw has to go, Ericsson has to go. Unfortunately, I love him, but his time has come to an end. Lindelof has to go. He's very lucky he was injured, and I don't think they could figure out where he should go to. Anthony, if we can fix him, maybe he can go out on loan. If we don't have any injury issues, because we may have to just keep him just because we have injury issues, and I'd rather keep him than let him go. You know what I mean? Rashford. Now that is a topic for. It's gonna hurt. Bruno, please. No, I really want him to stay.
You said what happened, Bruno? Sorry, I know how to make sure. What did you just say about Bruno?
No. Okay, so Bruno can be the last of them to go. You know how you wait another year and a half before he goes?
Okay.
That's the kind of going I mean. Because some of us have to now Dalot doesn't have to go, but he needs a warning. He needs to be sat down and said, what is wrong with you? Last season you were great. You are lucky you didn't leave before Wan-Bissaka.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know what's wrong with him. He needs to do some meditation, get his mind right. He needs to go to international break, talk to Ronaldo. You know what I mean? Get the inspiration.
Yeah.
I really feel like Tom Heaton.
What's Tom Heaton done? He's just 38 years old and he helps in training. Not expecting to play any game.
Okay. No. He's listed as a player. What is he, a manager player? Let us know. I need to know. What are you?
Leave Tom Heaton alone, Doctor. Leave Tom Heaton alone. He's just he's taking up space on the bench. I hear it. Maybe okay, Doctor. You may be right. We should give that position on the coach on the bus to a young player, like Cheeto Obi Martin, for example. How about that? Doctor has a point. I sin bin her for talking a lot of sense. I want to just quickly hear, before we come to you, Riley, I want to hear the women's football update. But Manj, did you say?
No.
Did you say? Oh no! It was Rap that wanted to say something.
I've got something quickly to say, and don't cut me off. The reason why I said Bruno is because he's 30, going on 31. He's in a declining asset, so you have to sell him the earliest possible. Because if you leave it to 2-3 years later, no money for it. That's why I said it. The reality is, I'll be real with you. The reality is, who's number one? And I don't care what anybody says, Rashford, because he's not happy. He doesn't seem happy. I think he wants out. But them two interchange between 1 and 2, Bruno and Rashford, unfortunately. Because they're you can get money for them. The others, Ericsson's going on a free. You're not going to get no money for Ericsson. Maguire's going on a free. You're not going to get no money for him. All these players that are going, they're going anyway because they're going to their last year of the contract. Also, Luke Shaw, nobody is buying him. That's why I don't even mention his name. He's the new Phil Jones. I've been saying it for ages. Nobody is buying Luke Shaw. That's why I don't even mention his name. Sell Mason Mount, try and recruit some money off him. That's someone he needs to go by the end of the season as well. He's been injured for 2 years. So let him have a good bit of run of form and sell him off. Don't fall for it because he stays fit for a few months. Sell him off and get about 40 million for it. But that's why I said
it's a bit disrespectful to Phil Jones.
31.
What you said is a bit disrespectful to Phil Jones because Phil Jones has a Premier League.
It don't matter. It's the harsh reality. Phil Jones was a sick note.
Sure, but Luke Shaw can't talk to Phil Jones because Phil Jones got something that he didn't have.
Yeah, he got a Premier League. Well, I respect it, but after Ferguson went, what happened?
Sure, he scammed us. Yeah, I hear what you say.
Yeah, exactly. 120K a week just on the bench.
Anyway, all right. No, you let
150K a week, but unfortunately, because he hasn't got the stamina to get up and down a pitch, nobody wants him as a left back.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
he's another Luke Shaw. I mean, another Phil Jones.
I hear it.
That's the
I hear it.
reality.
No, you're right. And Bruno, his value is probably going to keep declining in 2 years. No, there won't be a lot.
Nobody's gonna. It'll just be that another
Yeah.
thing. Go for free after the milking off.
All right, all right. No, but I like that you first started off with Marcus Rashford. You know, not a lot of people today have been going Luke Shaw first. No. Yeah, a lot of people have been saying Luke Shaw.
Yeah, there's no. I don't mention Luke Shaw. There's no point because we're not gonna get money for him. That's the reality.
Got you.
Rashford. That's one we should try and get money for.
Noted, sir. Big up yourself, wrap up. Big Amorim algorithm.
Yo, what you saying?
Big up, my bro. Thank you for calling in. Appreciate you as
Yeah.
always. And yeah, we shall talk again later on. So
I haven't said anything yet. What are you talking about?
wait, you didn't say your expectations?
No, I've been in the chat for about an hour and a half. Really? Don't go anywhere.
My apologies. I'm a 007 agent. I swear I remember having a conversation with you today, but clearly
I joined, then I said bring in Ronald. That's why it escalated.
Oh, I'm concussed. That's why. All right,
Yeah.
all right. Let's wrap up the show with you. So what are you saying?
I'm saying that your expectations, Heaven Dreams, is meant to be a half an hour stream, but here we are. Today I'm going to go back to what I said at the start of the season. My expectations were top 6. That hasn't changed.
Yeah.
My dreams, I'll say for next season, because Amorim came in mid 11 games in. I feel like we need preseason and that to garner a better mold of how he's going to play.
So for you, top 6, no trophy, it's fine, right?
Here's my expectations.
This season, no top 6, no trophy from Amorim.
Here's my expectation, bots.
Yeah.
We target the Europa League. However, right? If we come across your Sevillas, your Lazios and get beat, as long as you play well, no problem. Just perform. That's all I ask for. I feel like that's fair, right?
That is fair. That's a reasonable ask. So okay. So if whatever, say for example, when we get to the transfer window, who is the first player that Ruben should kick out?
Yeah, a player that we should never have signed in the first place, Mason Mount. More paychecks than games, man. More injuries than games.
I cannot be mad at that, bro. I can't sit with you for that one. Even though I feel like he's gonna work if he stays fit, he might work for.
Do you know why he's gonna work, bots? Because obviously we bought him for the English quota, and the number 7's iconic. People's gonna buy into that PR nonsense. I'm not. I feel like he's the man to go, and he's the only thing that's saving him. That's the number 7 shirt.
Here's what I wish Ruben does: take the number 7 away from Mount.
Yeah.
Don't give it to anyone. Take the number 10 from Rashford and give it to Ahmad. Take Ugarte wears 6, right? Ugarte is fine. If he
leave Ugarte.
Yeah. And then from there, like, we need a proper wing back. And that wing back should get Luke Shaw's kit number. I even forgot his kit number because I haven't seen him in a long time.
Yeah, so to be honest, because we've been missing for so long. But anyway, that's irrelevant. But yeah, man, that's all I gotta say, man. The algorithm is has he officially been announced? I think it's been officially later on, isn't he?
Well, you see, for me, last time when I checked, there was this work permit thing, but I think he's been announced now. I think he's officially been announced. If you go to the club website, he's in there.
Okay.
Those pictures that I showed of him and his G's, that from the website, and I think somebody in the chat just mentioned in the Man United TV, there's gonna be a Ruben interview coming up yeah. So
something to watch out for.
Oh, so yeah, if it comes out, so that means we gotta do a reaction to it later on tonight. And
we will be there.
We will be there. So
but yeah, man, catch you later, bro.
Big up, my broski. Thank you to everybody that has been in the comments, as well as you. You know what? We're gonna see in a few months, if you'll be typing the same message as well, because you say another 9 years till 2033, and you keep on saying this every single stream, but you do change the letters, the number. So I'm sure you're not copying and pasting. You are literally typing this. Big up yourself. Have a good week. But we shall see in a few weeks if you're going to be typing the same message, because Ruben is here. And you know what? Ruben brought his team in a backpack, a rucksack full of tactics. And you better be scared, all right? I don't know what team you support, but you are in danger.
Them dead, them dead, them dead, them dead, them dead.
This guy gonna piss me off at the end of this show. Guys, thank you to all the people that called in. Then this clown. It's okay. You know, like everybody plays a role in the community. He is just one of those people. Big up to Kingdom FC. We actually now like at 1 hour, 40 minutes, fam. Please pull up tomorrow or later on. And Riley. Okay, 30 seconds of women's football. Well, those are the seconds. Riley, you're muted.
Well, there you go.
20 seconds left.
Okay, Man United Villa drew 0-0 on Super Sunday.
Slowly, though. Slowly.
Liverpool lost to Chelsea 3-0 at home on Sunday afternoon, whilst Palace...
We like it when the Scousers lose. Okay, what else?
And the Women's Champions League match day 3 starts tonight. We'll be live for Juventus versus Arsenal and Man City versus Hammarby. Fares up Juventus v Arsenal in just more than half an hour away on the Women's Football Channel. Do join me.
Riley, do you know about the story about Ella Toon and the commentator?
Oh yes, that one there. Well, they are investigating it, and as soon as we have the outcome, we will be the first to know. You'll be the first to know.
What do you think? What do you, Riley, think should happen to the commentator that said those words about Ella Toon?
I think the commentator needs to be reprimanded because of it. I mean, quite frankly, those words that you hear for Ella Toon is unforgivable.
What kind of reprimand is suitable, Riley?
Fired.
That's it. That's what I wanted to hear. Big up to Riley. I want to talk to you, boys. Says Joe. No, Joe. We are Kingdom FC. Joe, big up yourselves. The show has gone for too long. We were trying to do 30 minutes, and here we are, 1 hour, 45 minutes later. Guys, big up yourself. We will obviously respond to the Ruben interview that's hopefully dropping today. Thank you again for being here. Honestly, I love this community. I love everybody that called in, and I've got gratitude and respect for you who hit the like button as well. My name is Botswana, and remember...
Oh, let's just remember, though, right, that, you know what I mean, we're not in May. Yeah. You know what I mean? Some people are talking and carrying on like we are in May. We're not in May.
Football Power Hour!
Oh, I ended the stream. We're out of time, bro.